Situation Room. The news, straight. The Iranian Revolutionary Guard has launched strikes against U.S. positions in the Middle East following maritime incidents in the Persian Gulf. The Strait of Hormuz serves as the world's most critical petroleum artery, witnessing roughly 21 million barrels of oil flowing through it daily, according to the Energy Information Administration. These actions follow early morning strikes that targeted commercial shipping lanes within the vital Strait of Hormuz. Historical precedent for such actions dates back to the 1980s tanker war, where naval forces engaged in reciprocal attacks, forcing international intervention to keep sea lanes open for shipping. CENTCOM leaders confirmed that multiple U.S. forward operating bases in the region were targeted by precise drone attacks. These drones feature modular payloads, carrying surveillance optics or high-explosive warheads depending on IRGC operational needs identified by intelligence analysts. Reports state the IRGC used low-altitude drones to avoid radar detection systems. Military observers suggest the use of swarm tactics effectively saturates defensive fire control systems, forcing operators to exhaust expensive interceptor missiles against relatively inexpensive low-cost aerial threats. This situation marks a significant shift in regional aggression. Department of Defense officials estimate that regional stability depends on maintaining a persistent 5,000-person naval presence, a strategy now facing direct kinetic challenges for the first time since 2019. Officials in Washington authorized defensive measures. What do you think is the next move for policymakers? Policymakers calculate that any miscalculation and escalation risks a total regional conflict, affecting energy markets at a scale unseen since the 1973 oil embargo crisis hit global manufacturing. Market reaction was immediate and sharp following the reports of the escalation. Major indices fell by over 400 points in pre-market indices today as futures contracts priced in the high geopolitical risk premiums associated with potential supply chain disruptions. Oil prices jumped by 6% in early trading sessions worldwide. Energy traders note that spot prices could experience further volatility if insurers refuse to cover tankers traversing the Persian Gulf, effectively halting transit through the maritime corridor. Global supply chains are already feeling the early effects of the volatility. The International Energy Agency has since called for restraint from all involved state actors. Local news outlets in Kuwait reported potential incidents near coastal installations earlier this afternoon. These reports remain unverified by local governing authorities as of this hour. U.S. naval assets are currently moving into position to protect international waters. Military experts claim that a full-scale blockade of the strait remains a possible outcome. A naval blockade would impact over 20% of the global oil supply. Tehran has not yet provided a formal statement regarding the specific incidents today. Analysts note this lack of comment is consistent with past military escalations during regional disputes. State media in Iran currently focuses on domestic anniversaries instead of these ongoing Gulf developments. Pentagon press secretaries are scheduled to give a briefing to the media in 30 minutes. Questions will cover the status of U.S. personnel at the impacted sites. We will provide updates as soon as the official briefing transcript is released. This situation remains highly fluid as local military forces continue to adjust their posture. Subscribe for the latest developments on this developing regional story.